Right, welcome ladies and gents. I've literally just finished a stream where someone dropped in and was like, oh, they're making a new Alien film. I'm like, are you getting mistaken for this new Alien TV series? No, it turns out they're actually making a new Alien film. Oh my god. From the Don't Breathe director. He's writing it, he's directing it. But wait, there is a catch. It's going to be for Hulu, because of course it is. Because why wouldn't it be for the grand Hulu? I don't know quite what to think about this. It's very interesting. Ridley Scott will be producing. Of course he will. He's got to get his nitty-gritty little hands on all of this stuff. Let's take a look. This is an exclusive to The Hollywood Reporter. Fascinating that this just randomly happened today. I really am shocked. I still don't know what to think about it. Completely derailed my stream. Like, actually completely derailed it. I didn't know what to think. I was like, what? New Alien movie in the works with Don't Breathe filmmaker Fede Alvarez. Now, Fede Alvarez is good. Like, Don't Breathe is good. Don't Breathe is a fantastic film. Amazing film. The tension, the grittiness, the claustrophobia, the action, the horror. Could it translate to an Alien film? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. So let's take a look, right? Your screams in space will be heard. If Fede Alvarez has anything to say about it. Oh, you so punny. Obviously, I'm a fan of the Alien. Of the Alien. I'm a bit of a fan, one might say. But the puns we could do without. The filmmaker behind Don't Breathe and 2013's remake of Evil Dead has been tapped to write and direct an original standalone Alien feature. So it's a feature film for 20th Century Studios. But wait. This is Disney. Disney have been going, you know what? Yeah, we'll make your shitty little horror films, but what we'll do, we'll just put them on Hulu. You know that new Predator film we're making? I'll just be on Hulu. Oh, you know that series, the Alien series. Oh, that'll be on FX and Hulu. Don't you worry about it. New Alien movie? Oh, Hulu. Can you please stop? Can you show us some bloody respect? But anyway, so Ridley Scott, who directed the original sci-fi horror movie released in 1979 and returned for two 21st century installments, will produce via his Scott-free banner. The project is intended to be made for Hulu as part of 20th Studios' ambitions to take more than 10 movies a year for the Disney-owned streaming service. To make more than 10 movies a year. That doesn't sound good. They're like, oh, well, we just need to make 10 movies a year, so we'll just do Alien. It's not all bad, FYI. It's not all bad, ladies and gents. Because there are some things that they say in this which actually does work, you know? So Alien and its many sequels and prequels focus on the horror of a ferocious race of alien beings called xenomorphs. They're not called xenomorphs. That's... I mean, xenomorph is literally a term, you idiots. Xenomorph XX1121 or something like that. Who implant eggs inside living bodies via facehuggers that violently burst out of chests when they reach a certain stage of maturity. Yes, into a chest burster. Dan O'Bannon wrote the first movie, which played out like a contained horror story about the doomed crew of cargo spaceship Nostromo. The survivor, Ripley, and the actress who played her, Sigourney Weaver, became the human face of the Fox franchise when James Cameron directed a sequel, Aliens, in 1986, developing it into an action movie that became a massive cultural hit. Yeah. And created, like, you know, factions between Alien and Aliens. Now... they go on to do the history and stuff like that. Whatever. Alvarez's take is being kept deep inside the studio's chest, but sources describe it as unconnected to the previous movies. It doesn't... Honestly, it doesn't have to be connected. This is how you do it. You tell a story elsewhere in the world. Elsewhere in the universe, you tell another story. Something else is going on. Just tell a story about it. Who cares? Like, that's how you do it. That's how you continue the franchise without doing a stupid bloody reboot or a remake. That's how you do it. New story elsewhere. New characters. Let's just do it. Good. I like that. That is good news, right? That is inarguably good news. According to sources, Alvarez is a rabid fan of the franchise and casually pitched a take to Scott many years ago. Interesting. Now, that idea apparently remained in Scott's brain until late last year when he called Alvarez out of the blue and asked him if basically he was still up for it. Alvarez didn't have to be asked twice. Interesting. So it is interesting, right? This whole thing. Alvarez pitched it to Scott. Scott remembered it, called Alvarez up, was like, would you still want to do that? And then 20th Century picked up the project purely off the strength of Feddy's pitch, said Division President Steve Asball. It was just a really good story with a bunch of characters you haven't seen before. Well, good. I fucking hope so if it's completely unconnected. Asball, who recently spoke to THR about the future of 20th Century Studios, said by doing the project for Hulu, so here's their justification, there wouldn't be the pressure to whittle down the potential edginess that could come with theatrical considerations. You say that, mate, but a lot of streaming stuff is still really committified. And that's, yeah, you're saying the right stuff. I really hope it's the case. Let's put it that way. It's not a film that has to be all things to all people with those gargantuan budgets. Yeah, true. It never had to be anyway. You could release it in theatres without a massive budget. You know that. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. They get to be authentically what they are. And this is closer to its genre roots. So again, you're saying the right stuff. But I don't understand why you just wouldn't do that in a theatre anyway. Do you see what I mean? Bit dumb. Alvarez is certainly a filmmaker who loves his genre work. He's gained a following for his unsparing horror projects, including writing and directing a 2013 remake of Evil Dead, and co-writing and producing Netflix's remake, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That film is atrocious. He found commercial and critical success with the thriller Don't Breathe, a story he co-wrote and directed. Breathe engendered a sequel that was released in 2021. I mean, look, here you go. Weird way that it came around. He pitched a story to Scott ages ago. Scott remembered it and was like, hey, bud, Mr. Alvarez, bruh, do you still want to do it? And Feddy was like, yeah. Why call him up years later? Because 20th Century was probably asking Scott for pictures, I'm guessing. And Scott has none that he can do for the small screen because they're all massive and need like $500 million budgets or something. I don't bloody know. I'm talking bollocks. It's a weird way for it to come around. What do you think? Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Are you game for this or not? It sucks that it's going to Hulu. The reasons why he says it's going to Hulu doesn't make any sense. They don't all have to have massive budgets. Just don't give them massive budgets and still release it in theatres. Hulu does suck, Like, it is crap to see stuff going straight to streaming. It is crap to see the decline of horror movies going straight to streaming. And this is the first of many. Well, it's not the first of many. It's just one in the long list of many of these great iconic properties just going to streaming. It sucks. It really does suck to see. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll keep you up to date. Take care.